the ground.
Yes, of course.
I mean, this is probably one of the maps that everyone is very familiar with, so
Yes,
the difference is
absolutely.
going to be very striking.
And here it's actually a pretty good example of the map where the visual differences are not playing that strong shock effect on an observer. So yes, it works. It looks totally different. It looks much more beautiful, but there is no this feeling of unfamiliarity thanks to the lots of objects that look kind of similar.
Because the layout is much more set, right? Because you are kind of in the city, the streets are there, so it's much easier to know where you are exactly.
Yes,
much more familiar, as you said.
to orient yourself in space, yes.
So let me show actually one of the small surprises that the guys prepared for us. And that one is actually here on the side of the river.
Oh my god.
So as you can see, we have actually a pretty beautiful piece of art parked here in the water, and we are really simulating one of the harbors in Germany during the end of the war. They actually even showed me pictures of similar port that was realistically actually taken from the Second World War. But my favorite one, and I already showed it once, but let me actually get some speed and I will show you once again. I call it the billiard. It's actually quite a huge formation of gas barrels, and you can have some fun on the map with them.
A little bit of Michael Bay effect going on.
Exactly. So if you get them actually in a bit higher speed, I already managed almost every single one of these bars to get on the other side of the map.
Oh, so there's a little bit of mini game going on there, right?
Yeah, theoretically it is possible, yeah. Then imagine this medal, I know, 200 barrels transferred or something like that.
Ooh, I can already see a couple of really interesting contest ideas with that, to be honest.
And as you can see, the destruction component in the city map plays a significantly bigger role because there are much more objects by environment, by the context, much more objects that are destroyable and will fall into pieces in an intricate and interesting way.
I just love the edge of the map, which is basically not there. It's like a city.
Could you imagine when you were playing Himmelsdorf before that behind that railway station there will be this enormous port? I never was thinking this way.
We actually had quite a bit of problem with it. As you can see, we introduced a little bit new edge on the map, because previously it was literally a line on the ground. But with all the new effects and all the new terrain, it wasn't so visible and wasn't so clear to player that, hey, here the map actually ends. For the old players, it's easier, but especially for the new players, there was a lot of reactions in a way of, well, it looks like I can continue, and especially on the open maps with the grass in there, it wasn't visible enough. So we had to even go to such a details like this, and now instead of being actually just draw line on the environment, it's actually basically some small
plane.
Exactly, it's a plane that fades away around the map, because otherwise it wouldn't be clear enough that the map ends there.
It looks pretty good, to be honest.
It was one of the effects of the early tests we had. When the landscape is kind of hilly, you were often missing the edge, and we're thinking like, one plane. Okay, so now I can circle this guy around that hill, and that hill actually exists behind the borderline of the map.
Whoa, you actually really confused me with that one. Whoa, there's no edge. Previously there was a wall or something here, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
And you can
here-
shoot over
Here
it.
you can actually see that I wasn't joking, that this is actually real terrain. If you shoot, the water is there.
Okay, to be honest, I kind of feel like a small child. Like it's Christmas.
But that's sort of an effect we tried to achieve.
Okay, it was achieved.
Well, there was a lot of work actually put into this one, and as I said, here you can see that the map looks bigger than it was before, because previously all of these were walls, but now you really feel like you are in the middle of the city, and not just in a small box or small town somewhere in the middle, but it's actually just walled around.
And I think for grand battle maps, that feeling will become even bigger because
So we are also doing this for grand battles.
of for every map we will have in the game.
That's gonna be huge and awesome. I guess that's gonna be a lot of shells flying around. So with all these effects, it's like basically the perfect opportunity for us to shoot some videos. Awesome.
Absolutely.
I can already see the RNG videos, for example. A couple of really cool GIFs can be made out of those.
Well, not only GIFs, I hope.
I'm pretty sure there are going to be much more than just GIFs. Ooh, the whole thing is like much. I guess the size is the same, but it looks much more open.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly the part of the effort we were talking a lot before. So we wanted to make sure that every maneuver you are used to do is doable and doable in the same manner as it was before, while visual is the same, is significantly more striking and impressive and looks more real at the end. Because this is a castle. I mean, you can go outside if you're living somewhere in
It's
Germany.
one of the most iconic locations in World of Tanks, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It looks completely different, but it looks much better. To be honest.
Well, we are really happy for that, but as you can see, there is a lot of work on that. So that's one reason why we cannot go out yet, because we have actually all of these maps are almost done. There are still some bugs around, and you could even see in the red sheer. I was trying to avoid one place because I noticed that the water is broken. You know, like I hope that no one actually saw it, but the reaction actually wasn't there. Sorry for that. But we are hoping we want to go with not only a few maps, but for the matchmaker reason and for the reason of not going one by one, but actually protecting the experience that player wants. We have to prepare a big bunch of maps to go first. We definitely don't want to go with 3 or 5 maps outside. We really need to go with quite significant number.
Guys, you managed to get my attention, that's for sure. I mean, I was looking forward to the HD events, but after this, I'm looking forward to them even more.
Thank you very much. We will definitely deliver the message to the guys.
Keep working on them and make them even more awesome.
A lot of people from dev team right now watching us this moment, and I believe they're very happy.
Well, it was great to be actually